Hello and welcome back to another EV John Adventures YouTube channel video. You join me here in very late February, the last day of February actually, and I'm in the driveway with my Model Y on a really beautiful day. It has been so cold here all winter long. We've had so much snow, including an impromptu 10, 12 inches of snow last weekend. And it's really nice to be able to spend some time outside. I'd like to take some time to walk you through the roof rack I added to my Model Y. I got a really good Facebook deal. It was missing some pieces, and even though there's a ton of installation videos out there, so we're not going to do that today, I did want to take you through how I found the missing pieces and the deal I got, because I don't think any of us should shy away from a good deal on Marketplace. So let's take a look and let's go through what I got and how I reconstructed my set. Okay, 2024 Model Y dual motor long range, looking really good. What I want to talk about today, as we look at my dirty Model Y here, is the roof rack. So I've always liked the look of the Model Y with the roof rack. I think it looks kind of purposeful. I think it helps bring the eye up a little bit. We already have kind of some of the upswept lines. We have the headlights on the original 3-in-Y, which kind of bring your eye up and back. And I think the roof rack continues that. It also offers some utility and purpose to the car as well. So there are occasions where I find it might be helpful to be able to have some additional utility and use the roof rack. I don't have a roof box yet, but I am keeping my eye again on Marketplace for it. So I found this roof rack on Marketplace out in Maryland a few months ago. So it's kind of far from where I live. And it included the crossbars, but it was missing some pieces. And I think it was like $250. So for that price and the fact that it was missing pieces and it was far away, didn't quite add up for me at that price point. And it wasn't something that I wanted to go with. So I just kind of ignored it. I think I saved it in Marketplace and I just let it go. But then sure enough, a few weeks ago, it was back on Marketplace and it was reduced down to $150. So for $150, I started doing the mental math. This is a $500 set new. $150, it was worth it, I think, for me to take a bit of a drive. It was like a 90-minute drive to go pick it up. I think they're about north of Baltimore. And I started researching how could I find the missing pieces. So this thing came with both crossbars, right, which is the most important part, and they were in decent shape. You can't really tell because the car is so dirty. We did a nice trip last night to New York City area, taking my daughter and her friends to a concert. So I think we're showing some of the wintertime spray here and all of that. But these do have some marks on it, a couple of scratches. I mean, they've been used, which is fine. I bought them used. They did come with the crossbars. They came with the J hooks that go under here, and which are the studs that these things bolt to, and they came with the 4 rubber pads. However, they didn't have keys, and they were missing one of these plastic corner pieces, and then on at least one or more, they were broken. And the other thing that wasn't mentioned that we forget about a lot is the official OEM Tesla roof rack kit comes with, I don't know if you can see it here, little squares of PPF that just goes underneath here to protect the paint where the rubber pad sits on top of it. So of course we didn't have them either. They're not reusable. So I was like, okay, $150 for a roof rack, but I have to get the keys, I have to get the corner pieces, I have to get the PPF. What is that going to look like? And it ended up not being that big of a deal. Amazon, I was able to buy a set of 4 replacement covers for these corner pieces. And these are actually the 4 replacement pieces right here. This is it. So this is the replacement piece, and you can tell they look great. I actually used all 4 replacement pieces, even though I had a couple of the OEM ones still that worked. And I'm gonna use these, I'm gonna keep the old ones as a spare, and I'm gonna use these in case they come off again. So not a big deal. I think maybe 20 bucks for these. And then I found a seller on Etsy and on eBay that sells these PPF squares already pre-cut, and like they have a sticker on them that indicate which corner of the car it goes into, because it does matter whether it's left side, right side, front or rear. They were all set for that and they got good reviews. So I want to say that was like 20 bucks. And then the keys, let me tell you about that. So the keys, I wasn't initially worried about the keys. So if we pop this off, and I think I can just do it with my finger. So there we go. This is a look at the corner piece with the tabs at the bottom and the top. So if we take a look at the roof rack, it has a lock. Every corner has one of these locks. I wasn't initially concerned about the keys because the reality of somebody, I'm gonna put this in my pocket, the reality of somebody, you know, popping these covers and stealing my roof rack, I just wasn't worried about it. But I researched to see, is the key for security to prevent someone from stealing the rack or what's bolted to the rack? Or is the key for security in terms of keeping the roof bar fastened to the car? And what I found is that these are actually important to keep these locked, to keep this nut from backing off. And if you can see right here, there is a little metal piece that sticks up into a tab. The lock is actually what puts this up and prevents this knob from coming out and backing out. So this does prevent, if there's heat, expansion and retraction, if there's vibrations, if there's anything that would cause this to start to back out, this metal piece sticking up here is what prevents that from happening. So the locks are really, really important to me. And I had to figure out, how do I get keys for a roof rack that I know nothing about? And what I found is that this is even though this is a Tesla OEM roof rack, this is actually a Yakima roof rack. So the roof rack company Yakima makes this for Tesla, and they use the Yakima SKS key system. And they come with a couple of things when you buy one new. One is a control key. This is a flat key, but it's keyed in such a way that you can remove the lock cylinder from your lock if it's unlocked. And then the second piece it comes with is the actual key. But on the side of the lock cylinder, if you remove it, is the key number. Let's take a look at that real quick. So if I use the key for my Yakima lock and I unlock it, and we can see as I unlock it, if you can see this, we'll do it a couple times, you can see that tab perhaps going up and down, up and then down to prevent the screw from coming in and out. That's how it works. So now that it's unlocked, if I remove the key and now I instead take my control key here, I can insert this, and then now I can actually remove perhaps the lock cylinder. There it is. So I can actually remove the lock cylinder. I'm not going to take it all the way out. But once you get that lock cylinder removed, make sure it's back in there, on the side of the lock cylinder, I'm going to lock these again, is the key number. Every lock cylinder has a number. So it's like A456 or C229 or whatever that number is. So once I found A132 written on the side of the lock, I know I could go to Yakima and I could order an A132 key. And then all of a sudden I had keys, which I could use to go ahead and lock this. And this doesn't seem to be locking right now. So let me take a look at that. Okay, cutting back. Top tip, don't remove the lock cylinder on these things if you're not going to do anything with it, because I think the mechanism inside here has kind of come apart. So I just need to go ahead and remove this from the car real quick to go ahead and align it and make these locks work again. So top tip, don't remove the lock cylinder on a whim like I did. Anyway, let's get back to it. So I'll fix that off camera, but what we found out here, as I move kind of out of the sun for a minute, what we found out here is that for $5 on Amazon, I could get a control key. And then for another $6 per key, I could get a new Yakima key fit for this. And therefore I could lock my entire roof rack. So I want to say for about 50 bucks total, I was able to get all the missing components for my roof rack. So 50 bucks, I was able to get the 4 paint protection films. I was able to get the control key and new keys. I was able to get the missing corner pieces and assemble my fully functioning roof rack. All I had to do then was install it. And installing it wasn't that difficult. There's a ton of installation videos out there. I will say just follow the directions carefully, make sure you use a torque wrench, and go super easy on these things as you torque them down, because there is, even if you follow all the directions, there's still a high probability that you can crack this glass roof. It's a very delicate installation, but when it is, it's done really nicely, and these things are super solid. But just go super easy on the torque, and maybe don't even torque them down as much as Tesla says. So anyway, that's just a quick look at the roof rack, my Facebook Marketplace deal. And my message to you is, if you want to find Tesla accessories, there's so many of these Model 3s and Ys sold globally. Don't be afraid to find OEM parts, maybe with some damage or some missing parts, because it's super easy to find accessories like I did with the wheels and the EV base rim protectors that hide and protect from further damage. Or in this case, some Amazon parts, some Yakima parts, some Etsy parts, and you can make it all work together and get OEM functionality for way less. $500 roof rack new, I'm $200 into this. So I got 2/3 off, 66% discount on my roof rack, and I have the look and the utility I'm going for. Anyway, hope you found this useful. Good luck to you on your Facebook Marketplace endeavors and Tesla upgrades, and I'll catch you on another one again soon. All right, quick check-in at the end. I removed the front roof bar, and I figured if there's any interest, we can just see how the locking mechanism works. When I removed the lock cylinder earlier, this lever with this little hole fell out. And if you'll notice, there is a little protrusion here from the lock cylinder. I can actually remove it now if you want to see as I take this out. The lock cylinder has a small protrusion at the end which fits inside of this hole, and that's how this is supposed to align, and when you turn the lock it moves that into position. So obviously when it's assembled, if you move this thing, then it's not going to work. So what you have to do is just using two hands, so I can't do it on camera, just finagle these so that they're aligned. So I'm going to do that and we'll check back in. Okay, mission success. So I have this lever now back where the lock goes, and if I put the key in and I turn it, we can now see very clearly that turning the lock turns the lever. And what that means, if I flip this around, and again, sorry if there's poor lighting, but look right here. So this is where that nut goes, and look right here as I turn the key, and you can see that will now rise and fall. We'll try to get in here tight so we can hopefully see it. And it's not much, but it's just enough to keep that nut from backing off. A little bit extra security. Anyway, we're all good. I'm gonna put this back on.